Anyone can cook a steak, but can you take what's left in the pan and make a beautiful sauce to luxuriously drip over top of that steak? I'm here to tell you today that it's super easy, and I'm actually going to show you how to do it. Nothing beats cooking a steak in one of these. Good cast iron pan, never do you wrong. You get a beautiful sear with a good cast iron pan. I'm actually going to be using one of these. Stainless steel is because I demonstrate to you more clearly how we're actually using the leftover crispy bits to make a beautiful pan sauce. Let's do this. Like I said, I love using cast iron, but stainless steel, I'm going to be able to show you how to do this very accurately. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start warming up the pan. We're going to do that slowly so the whole pan warms up evenly because we're going to be searing on it. Now look at the fat strip on this New York steak. It is awesome. Beautiful marbling, and I'm gonna season it simply with some nice Maldon sea salt and some freshly ground black pepper. So really use that steak to mop up your cutting board and make sure that all sides are covered with our seasoning. Now this is really important. You have lots of oils, I'm sure at this point. We need something with a high burn temp. Now hands down, I like using ghee. Clarified butter, I buy it in jars, you can make it yourself. Hands down, it's the best for searing because it's got such a high burn temp and it doesn't add a bunch of flavor to the sauce, so it's not gonna take over the flavor profile. Keep that steak moving. Pretty much any protein that you're searing, you wanna keep it moving on the pan, and that's gonna give us a nice crispy outside. Now here's a little pro tip for you. You can check the temperature of the steak, I'm talking like rare, medium rare, just by touching it. Just by feeling the palm of your hand and then feeling the steak. If you touch these two fingers together and feel here, that's rare, mid-rare, medium, and well done. So well done is gonna be a lot harder than rare. Now this feels to me about mid-rare to medium, and that's what it is in the pan. Once you take it off the pan, you put it on your cutting board, it's gonna continue to cook, and that steak's gonna become medium. So right now it's mid-rare, putting it on the cutting board, gonna rest it, and it's gonna become medium as it sits there. And now what we got left in the pan, this is what we're gonna use to make the sauce. Do not throw this out. And we're just gonna deglaze the pan, which means we're just gonna pour on that bone broth on top. Now you can deglaze with anything. You can use red wine, you can use water. I think it's gonna add a lot of flavor. So, no exact measurements here. We're using about half a cup of bone broth, just pouring it in while the pan is still hot. We haven't taken anything out of the pan. We still got all the oil left over from the steak and the ghee, and all the little crispy burnt bits at the bottom. As soon as we can drag a spatula across and get a nice little section from end to end of clean pan, add the butter, the sauce really starts coming together. And you can leave it at this. You can use stock and butter and have your pan sauce. I like adding a scoop of mustard to it because mustard is an emulsifier and it's gonna keep the fats from splitting out from the bone broth that I just added. So it's gonna be a nice, creamy looking sauce if I add just a little scoop of Dijon mustard. We're gonna let our sauce cool down, and as it cools, it's gonna become thicker. I'm gonna serve this steak with some keto mashed potatoes made from cauliflower in the link down below. This meal looks like you paid a lot of money for it. So next time you look at a dirty pan, you're gonna be like, this is the beginning of an awesome sauce. So you made it to the end of my video, and I appreciate that. You know that somebody else would love seeing this, so go ahead and grab that little share link down there, copy it, paste it, and text it to a buddy. As always, keep it keto, guys. Stay healthy. Peace.